Hey guys, my name is Sarah and I'm reviewing Beachbody's Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day detox cleanse, and it's meant to kind of wean you off of caffeine and all the junk and crap that they put in processed foods, alcohol, all the things that we basically, have dependencies on. I decided to do this because I am trying really hard to lose the last of my weight. I have about 10 pounds to go before I really hit my ultimate goal. And they always say the last few pounds are the hardest, the most struggle, and let me tell you, it has been a struggle. I work out every day and I have a pretty balanced diet, but it's still kind of hard. And so I figured, kind of putting something like this into my life, it might change things up for me, and get me going again, kind of get the scale to move, get me where I want to be. But also, I have my days where I just feel kind of blah and no energy, very low energy if I have any. Really tired and sleepy as if I didn't sleep at all. And these are days where I've slept 8 hours and I should be fine and I'm young and I shouldn't feel this drained and no energy at all. So I'm really hoping that this can kind of help me restore my energy, feel more awake, alert, less stress, and all of that awesome stuff. I'm actually doing it with my dad and my aunt and my cousin Bethany and my whole team. They actually just completed it and they had fantastic results. So I'm hoping that me, my dad, and my aunt also have such great results too. It's fun when you're not alone doing it, you're doing it with a group of people, and especially having people that have already done it and they can kind of tell you what's going on. I think it's pretty fun that way. So basically how it works is it's split up into 3 different weeks, so 21 days. Each week is a different phase, and I have just completed phase 1, which was reclaiming your body. And basically to start it off, so this is how it works. You get a shopping list that you can print out online when you get the Ultimate Reset. It's just laid out for you, everything's there. You don't have to fiddle through the book and figure out what you're getting. And so, we printed that out and I went with my aunt to Market Basket and we spent 3 hours at Market Basket. It was insane. Oh my god. Because you're just, you're replacing condiments and oils and spices and grains, things that usually, most likely, you're not already cooking with. You're trying to incorporate better things for you, more whole foods, healthier alternatives and stuff. So, I mean, it really took a long time to just kind of find everything. It was more tedious than anything. But, once that week was done, that week of food shopping, like everyone else said, it really wasn't that bad because I just completed week 2 and it definitely wasn't as long and tedious as that first week. But no big deal, we got through, totally worth it. We actually decided to start on a Wednesday, which is kind of weird. It's just how it worked out. But if you read in the book, they kind of say that starting on a Wednesday might actually be better sometimes because of the way the meals line up with your weekend. So we had all the food, and basically the way it works is in terms of what you're eating, you're having 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we have this book here that lays out all of your meals for you. This is just an example here. It has your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. And it has the pictures and it kind of gives you the descriptions and stuff. And in the back, in case it's something kind of interesting that you haven't cooked before, you don't really know how to cook it, they have the recipes, which I think is really cool. They tell you the ingredients and they give you little details about what you're cooking. But also we're taking supplements. So not only are we having our 3 meals a day, but we have supplements. So here's a little supplement guide. They break it down by weeks for that as well. And it tells you which supplement you're taking and what time you're taking it. So for this first week, because it changes every week, I forgot to mention, we are only drinking distilled water, which is a big deal. Only distilled water, and we're constantly salting it because I heard if you don't salt it, you can become dehydrated, which we don't want that. That's not good. But so one of our supplements here is Mineralize, and basically it's Himalayan salts. You can't taste it. You just put it in the water. And we have Oxygenize, which you're putting droplets of in your water when you're drinking that as well. Just tastes like salty water. You can't really taste it. And Optimize. These capsules, can't taste those either. No big deal. You're taking 2 of them. And basically, you're taking that 3 times a day. You're going to do it before each meal. And you wait a half hour before your meal so that you can kind of digest it through. But then, the worst one. We have this bad boy, which is Alkalinize. Alkalinize. It's hard to say. I really don't like this one. It's not the most pleasant tasting thing in the world. It's basically grass powder juice stuff, and it's just, ugh, it's green powder, and it's just not appetizing at all. And the first day that I took it, I was like literally gagging, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm not going to be able to have this, blah, blah, blah. So bad. But then, you know, I talked to my cousin and everyone else on like the message boards that we have a private Facebook group where we were all talking about what's going on with us for it, and you know, they let me know that basically you're supposed to have it with as minimal water as possible. That way you can get it back quickly and you don't really have to taste it, so you take it back like a shot. So once I figured that out, like the second day in, it was like so much better because I don't taste it, I'm just shooting it back, no big deal, it's done. So that was the only thing I don't really like. But basically, so yeah, it's laid out for you. You do that once a day for the entire program, and then you go back to having your other supplements. And this week actually was not that bad. It was more geared towards starting to get you off of like dairy and meats and stuff like that. What I really like though is that they didn't do it so that it was like you were doing it cold turkey. Like they kind of incorporated the meats and the dairy in the first few days. Like for instance, the first day was like salmon for dinner. So you didn't feel like you were on some crazy diet because it's not like that, you know, and you didn't feel deprived or anything. One of the big things that I had to deal with is, so, you know, it's all water. It's no coffee, no soda, no tea, none of that really. And anyone that knows me knows how much I love my Dunkin' Donuts. I get a coffee every day, and as much as I'm going to tell you that I'm not addicted, I totally am. It's so bad, and you know, I couldn't have any all week, which is crazy because I can't even tell you the last time I've gone more than 2 days without a coffee, which is just pathetic, I know. This is why I'm doing this. And so, basically, I had a really bad headache for Wednesday and Thursday, but I had been sick the previous weekend, like starting on, so I hadn't felt well even like coming into this. So I kind of attribute it to that, but also probably kind of like a caffeine withdrawal headache a little bit, unfortunately. And it was just, oh, it was terrible. I just felt so like horrible. I just wanted to sleep all day, like terrible headache. It was like paralyzing. You know, it was really yucky. I was still able to do things. It was just like a really big annoyance. And, you know, but it only lasted for the 2 days. And, you know, the next day I woke up and I just felt so rested and relaxed and like so much better. My head felt clear. I didn't feel like I had like a boulder in it. You know, like I was awake and it wasn't one of those things where I was like trying to hit the snooze button 50 times like I usually would. Like I was just done. It was awesome. I felt like ready to go really early. And, you know, I'm on day 9. I haven't had a headache since, which I think is like a really good sign. So that's over with. I'm done with that. You know, not that bad. So if you're someone who's like addicted to coffee, you might have a little headache. But it probably won't last that long because like I said, I think I was kind of sick anyways. And I got through and I'm like ridiculously addicted, or I was. But I'm good with it now, and I'm actually, you know, like I haven't had these like terrible cravings for it either. I'm not waking up in the morning like, oh my God, where's my caffeine? Like, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm, you know, ready for each meal. I mean, they actually, I forgot to mention, they give you optional snacks too, which is pretty cool. I mean, they're more like emergency snacks, so if you can't make it from lunch to dinner, like that's what you have. I haven't needed any snacks yet, though. I've been pretty good with what I'm doing. I feel full and satisfied. It's been really cool meals and different things to cook. Like I said, we had salmon one night. Another night we had the corn tortilla, so that was like having like a taco with rice and beans. So good. And another night we had nori rolls, which is just like vegetarian sushi pretty much, which I unfortunately did not have like the correct ingredients for. I kind of messed up on that. So it didn't come out like pretty looking. It was not aesthetically pleasing by any means, but it was edible. It was good. I did like it. It just didn't take a nice picture. But now that I know that, you know, I know that sushi is not as hard as I thought to make, and I love sushi, so that's like a really good thing. But you know, like the meals, they've been pretty interesting. It's not like this ridiculous stuff with no taste. It's really good, and I think, you know, they did a really good job with giving you supplements. Like we're using this sauce called Bragg's liquid aminos, and it's like a soy sauce substitute. And I mean, honestly, you probably would have a hard time telling the difference between that and soy sauce, and it's so much better for you. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I've felt a lot better this week. It's really not hard. It's not you know, like I thought it was going to be. I was afraid that I'd be kind of like dying midweek and like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But I'm not at all. I feel good. I'm ready. I'm on track. You know, it's definitely something you're going to do a lot of planning for and a lot of prep, but I mean, it definitely pays off so far. So for my dad and my aunt, by day 7, so the end of the first week, that first phase, they were both down 7 pounds each, which is just like crazy fantastic. That's a pound a day. Like, I can't even get over it. It's so awesome. And I know they were probably weighing themselves like every day because it was always like a new, you know, I lost a pound, another pound, another pound, which is awesome. And I was totally doing it too, which was like so bad. I really shouldn't have, because, you know, when you do that, it fluctuates and you can never really get like a good solid number because it's always based on what time of day it is and if you've had anything before you weigh yourself and blah, blah, blah. But I was so anxious and I just wanted to know, which was totally bad on my part because I was fluctuating and I wasn't really seeing much until day 7 when I weighed myself, which is what I just should have waited to do in the first place. But so I get to day 7 and I was down 3.5 pounds, which I'm so excited about because, like I said, I've been struggling to get that scale to move and, you know, I'm really working towards those last 10 pounds. You know, and I'm making a dent in it, which I'm like, you know, I'm excited. I'm at the lowest weight that I've ever been, and I feel good. I feel slim, and I just want it to continue. And like I said, so we're on day 9 now, and we've completed that whole first week, and I've completed the food shopping for the second week. So now we're on detox week, which I'm really excited about. The recipes for this week look awesome, and I'm still going strong. Like you know, I've been by things like Starbucks, Junks, you know, sitting with my friend. She was eating like crazy fried food near me. It was totally, I was good. It, like, not even craving it or like upset about it, you know, doing really well. So that's it for week 1. And if you're thinking about doing a detox or a cleanse, or you just want to chat about it or connect with me, don't hesitate to message me on Facebook. I would love to chat. And I will be back at the end of week 2 to let you know how I did. Thanks.